now let's talk about September. So September in the energetic month is the 7th of September to the 7th of October. These numbers, the dates, they do change a little bit, so pay attention. They're not always the 7th. So 7th of September to the 7th of October, this is the fire rooster month. This is the general energy out there, okay? And remember, this is a way for you to connect with your people, your customers, your partners, collaborators. The energy out there is about a lot of hidden stuff coming through. What does that mean? If you are working on a project that is a building project, in my world, then maybe there's going to be hidden aspects that need to be worked on that weren't identified at the start. If you're creating an event, maybe because of all these different regulations that are being created because of the situation, something new is going to come up that wasn't identified that you now need to make allowances for in your event. So hidden stuff coming through, pay attention to what could be hidden. Or if you're in a conversation negotiating something with someone, there might be hidden aspects that you haven't considered. So if the negotiation isn't going well, think about asking more questions around so that you can find, is there something else going on for this person that's affecting how they're negotiating with me? For example, it's a time of persistence and perseverance with energy being low and a sense of wanting to move forward gently. What do I mean by that? We all understand what low energy means, right? Let's be honest here. Have a few tools in your box to help you move forward gently on the days in September just into October where your energy might be feeling low, or help your clients and customers with this, okay? So maybe you're going to say, you know what, September is a month of, it's a new season, and I'm going to help you move into the new season. Once a week, we're going to do a check-in. Let's do a Facebook Live as a tribe, and let me help you keep your energy up, right? Think creatively. People want to move forward gently, so this isn't necessarily a push thing, okay? It's a month where it's important for you to be persisting or consistent with something. So remember, one of the things that helps people keep moving forward when their energy is low is doing things with other people, right? So maybe that's a month where you're going to reach out to somebody else in the Magical Creators Live, and you're going to say, let's buddy up for this month. Let's keep each other going. It's got quite a feminine energy about the way people want to move forward that's good for them. So what's the feminine way versus the masculine energy way? The masculine energy way is, right, let's make it happen. Let's push it through, right? It's very harsh almost. The feminine energy way is about letting others feel like they're taking the lead when actually you're the one that's behind, gently encouraging and steering, at least just for now. It's not a weaker position, actually. It can be very, very powerful. It's about allowing the pace to evolve. It's in a negotiation or a sale. It's about focusing on listening and nurturing and caring, and then repeating that back in a very caring kind of manner. Okay, so I hear this about you. Right. Oh my God, that was so useful. Thank you for telling me. That really means a lot. I can really help you more. It's a different way of doing things, feminine energy, just as, if not more powerful sometimes. And allowing the pace to evolve means being okay with some days being slower than others. You know, sometimes the most powerful way to get yourself motivated is to just put the papers down and say, close the laptop and walk away, sit in the garden for half an hour, right, without feeling guilty, then come back in, open the laptop and say, right, okay, yeah, I feel different. Giving myself permission to walk away into a different environment that feels good, enjoy the sun a little, etc., has made all the difference, right? Or close the laptop and go and play with the kids for a bit. Forget that you even are a working person or a grown up, right? These things are very, very powerful. They're feminine energy versus masculine energy. So in September, 7th of September to 7th of October, using Feng Shui, there are two areas that are really important. The Southwest again, we already talked about that, so I won't talk about that in detail, or the West, okay? And the energy in the West, let me tell you about the energy in the West that month. It's more upbeat, it's more heartfelt, especially around work, career, and openings. Okay, it's if you are in a position, let's say you live in an open plan house or you've got an office where you can move positions from a chair to a desk to a sofa or something like that, then I would choose the West over the Southwest if you have to choose one. If you can't base yourself from the area, remember what you can do is you can use it in a more flexible way. So for example, if your desk is, let's say your desk is over in the north and you can't move it, it's just not possible. What you'll do is maybe you'll do your important sales calls from the west or the southwest. Or maybe what you'll do is I'm going to introduce a new concept to you now. I haven't talked about the art of placement. So put a folder, a small folder, not one that looks like a really ill medical file, right? A small one that looks like a healthy medical file, okay, with the projects that are important to you that you're working on at the moment in that area. The West is the main home of the energy of creativity. Everything you create in services or income, ideas, everything. And what you want to do is make sure that in this area, the area does not feel bogged down or heavy, because that will literally block creativity across everybody in the house, by the way, not just you. Okay, what you want this area to feel like is flowing, light, expansive. So how do you do that? My blinds there, I'm going to very quickly switch off the lights. Okay, can you see how that energy has changed just with two really quick little things? And that's what you're going to do. You're literally just going to go to that space in your home or your office, and you're just going to look around it and take a few minutes, go quiet for a second, and feel into it. How does it feel? Is there a way that you could move something or change something so it feels lighter, it feels more expansive? Expansive means maybe you're going to move something out of the space or move things around so it feels more spacious and less bogged down. And I would say that's a really, really powerful thing to do, because remember, for good creativity, you need a clear canvas. It's a really good metaphor, isn't it? If you were an artist and I gave you a canvas that was half covered already and said, right, make that beautiful, your full creativity, maybe the way it could have flowed might not flow. But if you create the blank canvas of energy, a good, strong foundation, it will help you incredibly. And that's what we need for good social media and marketing, because that's what brings in the clients. But also marketing connects you to the right people, the people that you can help and work with well. That marriage made in heaven in terms of clients and work and receptivity of benefits and all of that. And then also in that area, in the West, I'd like you to try an exercise. Get a really big piece of paper, A2 or A3, and completely blank, and then just do a visioning exercise, but have a playful thing, okay? So this is something that you can do with someone that can be quite fun, maybe share a bottle of wine. By the way, I'm not advocating getting drunk and senseless. I'm advocating having fun in a responsible way. And just have fun, have some banter, have a piece of paper each, or maybe work on the same one if you're a team, and really, really draw what it is you want to manifest. Okay, and don't worry, this is not about perfection or being good artists. This is about you putting as much energy into whatever it is that you're thinking of, and letting that energy of excitement, or why this thing is so important to you, travel through your body, through your hand, through the pen or pencil, onto the piece of paper. Because then what you're doing is you are capturing that energy. You are literally capturing the energy of your why. Okay, the level of why that moves you to tears of joy, or whatever it is, into a physical manifestation. And then you're going to leave it in the West, or you're going to put it up in the West. Okay, now if the West is an area that, is public, you don't feel comfortable, do it in your office, or find the West in your bedroom, for example, or something like that. Okay, it's better if it's in a workspace, and put it up there and see what happens, and spend time with it regularly. A lot of people do creating things, and then they put it away in a folder. They go to a great event. We've all done it, haven't we? We've all been to a great event, created something from a really powerful place of energy. Oh my God, we were so excited. It was amazing. And then we put it in a folder and put it away and never looked at it again. That is not the thing to do with something that precious, that literally captures a piece of your heart and brings it out into the world, right? Put it up in the West. Really powerful thing to do. Then spend time with it regularly. And then, of course, what we want to do is we want to harness the energy of that we poured out in the West, and we want to be brave, and we want to channel that into action. Because then when we take action from the West, what we're doing is we're taking that creative energy, we're sending it out in the world. So here's an actual demonstration. Let's say I created something on this piece of paper, okay? I captured all my emotion, and then I've put it up in the West. What's the next step? How do you get that out into the world, right? You then need to put on Facebook when you're all charged with that. Maybe you're even going to be brave enough to say, this is why I do what I do. This is why I'm talking to you every day on Facebook. This is what it means to me to help you. This is what happened in my life. This is where it hits me in my body, right here in my heart, or right here in my gut, or something like that. And who knows, maybe you could come back to that and do a whole series, right? That's how things go viral too, by the way. They go viral because they're done at a time, in a moment, right, that captures an energy so powerfully, and then without any thought, it's just sent out into the world. No expectation. And everybody that looks at it feels that energy. We've all done it, haven't we? We've all walked into a space, and for some reason, one person talking over another captures us more powerfully, even though the other person had their research better and was clearly way more prepared. This person spoke from their heart, and they just hit us somewhere in our gut, and we were just like, yes, absolutely, I'm in. Here's £10. Here's my donation to your charity, rather than the one who did all this prep and great slides and everything. That's the energy of viral. It's the energy of emotion, excitement. It's your why. How many times have we heard about the why being talked about? This is how you use it, using Feng Shui as well. Okay? And that is basically what I have to say to you about September. So remember, September is from 7th of September to 7th of October 2021. This month is a really great, and it has a great, you have the ability to tap into the energy of birthing and growth. So it's a really good month for you to sign people up, or offer people small things, because when a baby is birthed, it's small, right? So I'm not saying don't offer your big high ticket price items and stuff like that. But for anybody who's new to you, who may be not sure and stuff, Let them feel a baby. Let them hold your baby version and smell it and get all coo at it and cute and whatever your service is, whether it's Feng Shui or, bringing entrepreneurs together, events, give them the baby version. Let their hearts melt and connect, okay? And that's what the energy of birthing and growth does. And that is everything I have for you for that beautiful month of September 2021. Inga, do you have any questions?
I have questions. And also for everyone else who is watching, if you have any questions, you may be new to Feng Shui or anything, put them below in the comments and we will come back and answer. I have a question when it comes to the drawing part, right? What you've described is very similar to also like a vision board.
Mm-hmm.
Can we replace and, for instance, do the vision board, put it in the West, and actively looking at your dreams and kind of infuse yourself with that energy? Or it has to be drawing?
Okay, that is such a good question. I can't tell you how excited I am by that question because it's really important, because what I'm talking about is not a vision board, first of all. That's why it's such a great question. There are places to put your vision board, absolutely. What I'm talking about is pulling all the energy out of you, okay? All that invisible emotion, that how many times have you felt excited about something and it's gone really well, and then, a few weeks later or 2 weeks later, you you think, oh my God, if only I had the same energy I had that day. Damn it, right? We've all done that, haven't we? And so this is more like, it's less a vision board and more a capturing of the power of your why. That's what it is. And yes, you need to talk about your goals to talk about your why, but it's all about that why, because that's where the power, the energetic oof is.
And so it doesn't matter what you put. It can be doodles, it can be anything like chaotic, and it doesn't need to be a proper drawing. It's just you're capturing energy on paper, and then you recharge yourself by looking at it.
Absolutely, 100%.
Right.
100%. That's why, for example, have you noticed how many times people get really excited over a child's drawing? I mean, very few 2-year-olds or 4-year-olds are artistic masters, yet we melt, don't we? It's because a child pours their emotions onto paper. They don't actually draw actual things. The younger the child is, the more it is an emotional expression as opposed to an artistic drawing. That's what you're doing.
So it's, in a way, you connect with your inner child at this moment, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me recap energy or like suggestions for September.
Mm-hmm.
So we still focus on southwest corner. By the way, if you want to know more, you can go back to video about August energies, and the link will be below, so you can have it as a reference point if you haven't watched it already. But we also focus on west, and it's a heartland energy. It's kind of connecting with your heart. And this exercise that we've just discussed is important, where we capture our energy. And it's good to refer to the drawing when you're about to do your live stream, when you post anything on social media, when you do the call. And you can use west part of your office or of your building to make those calls, so you can connect with people. And it's important to pay attention to hidden information, or the information that is not on the surface, kind of being more aware and tuned in with what's happening, as if you are preempt against some unforeseen situation. And it's very similar. I don't know in terms of astrology whether it's a Mercury in retrograde, but I think the energies are very similar. And it's a good month. Also, when you were talking about what kind of activities I can do in Magical Creators, and one of them is self-care. So like focusing on self-care, because especially for entrepreneurs, it's usually the last item on the list, self-care. And I know we have experts on self-care in Magical Creators, and I thought maybe, and this is this feminine way of leading, I can invite those members to contribute and share their tips throughout the month to help others to maintain that energy, especially when it may be that some of the energies are down in general. For next month's suggestions, you need to click the link below. I will put all the references in the description, and we are waiting for you on video about October.